Do you find yourself lacking motivation, not really sure how to make it happen so you can show up for your business or in life in general? That's been me lately. Maybe it's just still related to holiday food coma. I don't know. But this month has not been the greatest. The new year has not started out well, and I just have not had motivation to do a lot. So if that's you, you're not alone. And I know that I am not the only one feeling this way either, but it sucks. I'll be honest. I recently came across a podcast from my coach and mentor, Rachel Perry, with some tips on how to find that motivation and find that spark again. So that's what we are going to talk about in today's mini training. So the first step is to take a step back. Reflect on your life, look at what's been going on, and recognize what is in your control and what is not in your control. This is something that I have struggled with for most of my life. I am a natural born leader. I love to be in control, but not everything is in our control. So take a step back and look at your circumstances. With what's going on, what do you actually have control over and what do you not have control over? Accept what you can't control and let it go. I know easier said than done sometimes, but give yourself grace and focus on what you can actually control. Number 2 is to take a walk. Get outside, get some fresh air, move your body, change your surroundings. Now, if you are like me in Minnesota, where lately it has been ridiculously below zero, don't go walk outside. Like, it's way too cold for that. But do laps around your living room or turn on some crazy music and dance around your kitchen. Just get yourself moving, even if it's just for a few minutes of acting silly. I know I get funny looks from my dog all the time when I do this, but it helps. So move your body. Number 3, identify what's bogging you down. So after doing some reflection for me, it has been simply just going through the motions, and I had to take a step back and I had to look and see, okay, what's causing this? What's making me feel this way? So one of my big factors is nutrition. Now, I love my fruits and veggies, but ever since we got our sourdough starter, shout out to our wonderful sourdough. He is Doe Walsh, and yes, life's been good to him so far. But ever since we got the sourdough starter, I've noticed an increase in carbs in my diet and a decrease in the fruits and veggies. That is definitely bogging me down, not giving me the best energy. Now, I love our homemade bagels. They're delicious, but I need to be factoring in protein, fruits, and veggies with that sourdough bagel to give my body the energy that it needs to get through life. Now, I also, with the cold, I have been lazy. So I know that moving my body, going back to tip number 2, is going to help as well. So look at your life. What has been bogging you down? What could you do differently? What could you change to help yourself have more energy just in general? And number 4, this is the hard one, tap into your internal why. Think about what makes you happy. Why did you start your business in the first place? Was it extra income? I know that's what it was for me. I wanted to have a couple extra $100 a month to make my car payment so I could get ahead on bills. But of course, as most of us, that why changes throughout the course of our business and throughout our journey. So what is your why? Let's use extra income as an example. And you want to just continue to ask yourself why until you get to that deep emotional level. So why do you want to make extra income? How will that impact you and your family? Maybe your answer is, I'll be able to pay off my debt faster. Okay. Why do you want to pay off your debt? Because then I'll have more money to contribute to family vacation, save up for a rainy day, whatever that case may be. But then why is building that savings account important to you? Because then you can take a vacation. Maybe you haven't been on a vacation with your significant other or with friends in a really long time. Why would that be important to you? And keep going through the layers, keep peeling back those layers and get to the heart of it. And then on those days when you're struggling to figure out what you're even trying to do, why you're doing it, you can go back to that why and rediscover it and have that emotional pull. That's right. This is why I'm doing this. And the last tip is to do what excites you. Now, yes, we want this to be something related to our business, but it doesn't have to be the business per se. So for me, what excites me, many of you know, is food and wine. I love the science behind food and wine pairing. I also just love discovering new wines, visiting new wineries, and of course, my wine advent calendar that many of you are familiar with that I've done the last few years. That's what excites me. So now I need to think outside the box. How can I partner this wine and food into my business? How can I share that excitement with others? And that is what you need to do. So figure out what excites you. Is it cooking certain ethnic foods or cuisines? Is it baking a certain way? Is it wine like it is for me? Is it meal prepping? What is it that excites you, and how can you bring that excitement into your business while sharing that passion with others? So quick recap here. Number 1, take a step back and reflect. Number 2, take a walk, get your body moving. Number 3, identify what has been bogging you down. Number 4, tap into your internal why. And number 5, do what excites you. So as you go through these, I'd love for you to share in the comments what your takeaways are and what is one thing that you are going to do today to reignite that spark and rediscover that motivation. I look forward to growing with you as we go through this journey together.